Hey guys, so now we're going to be going through the questions for the topic structure of the atom and isotopes. Okay, question number 1. Use the information in the table below to answer the following questions about particles A to F. Which two particles are isotopes of the same element? So we established that isotopes are forms of an element where they contain both the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. So if we look at number of protons, we can automatically see that there are two 12s. And if we move on to the next column, number of neutrons, we can see here's 13 and here's 12. And that's exactly what definition of an isotope states. Same number of protons, but different number of neutrons. So the answer would be A and D. Moving on. Which two particles are positive ions? Okay, so a positive ion is, well, they've got neutral charge because we've got a positive, and for every one positive we have one negative for an electron. Well, if we take one electron away, so it's going to lose an electron, we're going to remain with a positive charge. You should know that from GCSE. So this will happen in metals. Yeah, and so we need to look here on the columns for an electron number that's less than the proton number. Yeah, so here it's 12, 12, 17, 18, no, small, 11 and 10, so that's 1, we found 1, 12 and 12, no, 35 and 36, no, 19 and 18, yes, that's one less electron, so that's one less negative charge, which gives you a positive charge, and so you get C and F are the answers. Yeah. Which two particles are negative ions? Okay, so I would have done at GCSE, same concept, but here we're going to be gaining an electron, so now we have an extra negative charge, and that's what's going to give the negative ion. So we're going to have to look for an electron number that's higher than the proton number. So once again, no, 12, 12, 17, 18, yes, so B is 1. 11 and 10, no. 12 and 12, no. 35 and 36, yes. 19 and 18, no. So we've got B and E as the answers. Okay, now final one. Which two particles have the same mass number? Okay, so a mass number is the number of protons and the number of neutrons added together. Yeah, so what you have to do is we're going to have to add for A, 12 and 13, B, 17, 18, goes on. Once again, a GCSE question. And if we do that, we're going to get, for particle A, we're going to do 12 plus 13 to get 25. For particle B, it's 17 plus 18 to get 35. For particle C, it's 11 plus 14 to get 25. And for particle D, it's 12 plus 12 to get 24. For E, 35 plus 44 gives us 76. And for F, it's 19 plus 40 plus 21 to give us 40. So, which two particles have the same mass number? We see 25 occur both times as particle A and particle C. So the answer is A and C. Okay, so for question number 2, complete the table to show the numbers of protons, neutrons and electrons in these atoms, molecules and ions. So once again, this is a GCSE type question, but we're going to go through it to recap. So the top number is the mass number and the bottom number is the proton number. So number of protons here would be 1. And number of neutrons, which is mass number minus proton number, would equal to 2. And number of electrons is equal to number of protons, so that's 1. Okay, so second one, number of protons, say concept 8. And the number of neutrons would be top minus bottom, sorry. So that's 10. And number of electrons equal to number of protons. However, we have a minus 2 charge, meaning it has gained 2 electrons, making the electron number 10. Okay, third one, number of protons is going to be the bottom number, so 12. And number of neutrons, we minus them together, we get 12. A number of electrons is equal to number of protons. However, here it's +2 charge, meaning it's lost 2 negative, so it's lost 2 electrons, giving us an electron number of 10. Right, third one. Okay, so this may be a bit harder, but you can still do it. Number of protons. Well, we're going to be adding the bottom number. So we have 7 here, and we have 1 here. However, we have 3 lots of hydrogens. So now we have 1 times 3, which gives us 3. So that's 3 here, and that's 7 here, which gives us 10. Number of neutrons is the top minus bottom. So here would be 14 minus 7 to give us 7. And then here would be 1 minus 1, which gives us 0. So the number of neutrons is 7. So the number of electrons is equal to the number of protons. So we have 7 and we have 1, but once again we times by 3. That would give us 10. Okay, and now the last one, number of protons. So we'd have 7 here, and we would have 1 here, but once again we have 4 lots of it, so that's 4. 7 plus 4 gives us 11. Number of neutrons is mass minus protons, so for the nitrogen we get 7, and as we can see this is an isotope. So what would happen, because normally hydrogens don't contain neutrons, but this is an isotope, so the number of neutrons would differ, and we'd minus top minus bottom, which gives us 2 minus 1, which is 1. And once again, we've got 4 lots of hydrogen, so we times it by 4. So 7 plus 4 would give us 11. And we have plus 1 charge, because it's equivalent to number of electrons, to number of electrons equivalent to number of protons, so we've got 11 protons here. However, we've got a plus charge, meaning it has lost an electron, so it's lost a negative charge, and we are left with 10 electrons. And that's it. I'll put a link in the description on the answers that are released by Edexcel.